know exactly what you're trying to find, and it's not that hard to find.
I'm trying to find the safe for work version.
Oh, you're looking for a BBC guy?
Yeah, can anyone find a safe for work version of him?
Yes. I was actually just looking at one.
Just make sure the ding dong is not visible. So,
He's a handsome boy.
dude, this guy, as I'm sure we're all aware, there have been a lot of links going around, and maybe it's I know I've gotten it where it's like, oh, Donald Trump tested positive for coronavirus, and then you click the link, and it takes you to an image of a large man with a fucking hog of a meat stick just bearing it all. And you're like, wow, I have been
Lace and pipe.
bamboozled. This was not what I expected. I have been trying to figure out the backstory behind this guy for a couple days, at the least, decades. I was born to tell this story. I sent a text to you guys last night, and I was like, does anyone know backstory on this guy? Do you guys know who this guy is? Nobody knows. Nobody knew. But everyone's seen this picture. I think every fucking American, maybe everyone in the world has seen this picture at this point. I don't know how far this goes. Here we go. Here's a guy.
That's a good one. Oh my god.
Holy shit. There is a backstory.
Hey, Tom Hanks has got to be good by now, right? It's been like 3 weeks.
No one gives a shit about Tom Hanks. This is the story of Wardy Joubert III. I'm going to be honest. I'm not quite sure how to say his name, so if I mispronounce it, Wardy Joubert III. That is his name. This man is an icon. He is an idol. He is a monolith in our current, he is an American hero at this point. It's probably Joubert. It probably is. I'm probably mispronouncing it. So I don't know. It was like probably 12:30 last night. It was late, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just try one more time to see if I can find any more info on this guy. And I Googled it, and I found an article that was released yesterday by Vice.
Yeah, I have it up now.
By Vice. Let me pull up the actual article itself. It is an article by Alex Zaragoza, The Untold Story of Wood, the well-endowed man from those coronavirus texts. Wardy Joubert III, a.k.a. the big black cock coronavirus meme guy. He was born on August 30th, 1971 in San Francisco, California.
Yeah.
His nickname was Wood. And you may be thinking to yourself, well, exactly. Maybe it's some type of sexual innuendo, some type of stage name, if you will. But it wasn't. Wood came from when he was a kid. He played baseball, and that's how he got his name. I don't know if he was hitting pipe. Maybe he was laying pipe as a kid. Maybe he was hitting dingers. I'd like to think that he was out there smacking dingers left and right. His sports career did not stop with baseball. In fact, there's a quote in here somewhere. I think it was his mom or stepmom talking about how like just overnight he just like bulked the fuck up and he became this massive individual, but still maintained an impressive athletic ability, and he became a star on his high school football team. Now, his football career did not end in high school. In fact, it did not end in college either. Legends have it that this man, according to this article, suited up for the New Orleans Saints as a professional football player. Now, I don't know how long he played for the Saints. I don't know. I can't find any record of it. I looked in like a public NFL player database, and I wasn't able to find his name in there. So maybe it was like
Did he play for the NFL?
He played for the New Orleans Saints. And I don't know.
Was it like a practice squad thing?
Maybe it was a practice squad thing. Maybe he got into like a limited number of games. I'm not completely sure. It just says that he was associated with the New Orleans Saints in some way or another as a player. So his football career didn't stop there. Once his post-player years was over, he worked in camps. He did training, youth football, things like that. He did youth outreach. He also served as a deacon at his church. And there's a lot of interesting facets to this man. And this article is incredible, and it goes pretty in depth and talks about who he was, things that he did about his person, how all this affects his family, which I thought was very interesting as well. And like all of us, Wardy did not lead a perfect life. He was a multifaceted individual. He had secrets, probably the biggest one being that he was involved in the porn/sex industry. And it was not limited to just, posing for nude pictures of himself. This article also discusses that Wardy was a dom. Do you guys know what a dom is?
Yeah, dominant. Yeah.
So apparently, and I didn't know this, but there are sex clubs all over the place. Clubs where you go for sex. I guess as a dom, this guy served, when a simp or a cuck, if you will, would come to the club with their significant other, he would bone that significant other while the simp cuck guy person would watch and get off to it. So that's what he served as a dom. I don't know how that works, but he also did regular porn and stuff like that as well.
This is regular porn.
Well,
non-fetish probably.
Probably non-fetish, and I say regular. It's kind of a subjective term. I mean, it could be anything. I know the article. Yeah, so I'm just going to say porn. I'm not going to porn shame anybody here. I'm just going to say he did porn.
Shame.
We're not
delinquent.
We're not a porn shaming stream, but I just think it's important to recognize this guy and celebrate him. The story does not have a happy ending. In fact, our man Wardy actually passed away in 2016.
No.
According to the article, his heart exploded. I don't know what that means. And I thought that was just kind of it's sad, but that's also kind of a funny way to put that. And I don't mean to laugh, but what the fuck?
His heart exploded.
But let's just take a second to appreciate this guy,
Some
because
out for the dead homie.
we're in an unprecedented time where there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of fear. People don't. Well, there's definitely a little bit of bullshit, but a lot of people just don't know what's going to happen. People don't know if they're going to have a job tomorrow, things like that. But this man, Wardy, has been a shining ray of light. He's given us the chance to make fun, make light of a situation that otherwise would be very depressing, honestly. He's given us laughs. He's inspired a collective camaraderie, not only among us, among our friend groups, but among the nation, I guarantee you Donald Trump got one of these texts and he was like, holy shit. Everyone has seen this guy's fucking monster hog. And I think we should take a second just to appreciate that and appreciate this man for what he was. He wasn't just a meme. He was more than that. He was an incredible human being. And I think we all owe him, a debt of gratitude. And I think we should just take a few seconds here as a moment of silence for our fallen meme legend man. So we'll go ahead and start that now. Okay, thank you. Oh my. Do you think those guys knew each other?
Oh.
Think they ever met? No.
Have they ever met?
At what point do you think that he realized he has a huge dong?
Well, there is one other good, interesting tidbit in that article. It also says that I think it's his ex-wife that talks about it, about how people thought that it was like a doctored photo, that it was not real, and she said, no, that's shit's real, and he was fucking proud as hell of it, as he should have, she should have been, as any of us would be. With
True
the fucking
comrade.
anaconda swinging between our legs. One other, part of the story is that there is a GoFundMe currently for this man to help cover some of the costs of his funeral. I know the family wasn't able to purchase a headstone, I don't believe. And I think there were other associated costs that they're trying to kind of offset for the family. I don't think it's acceptable that this man doesn't have a headstone. I think this man deserves a fucking shrine dedicated to this guy, because you think about
monster schlong.
And his monster schlong, and you think about all the laughs that he's given us, all the joy that he's brought to our lives in a time where there's not a whole lot of joy to be had. I think he deserves the best, the absolute best, and I hope he's resting in peace. So I'm definitely going to be contributing some of my Trump check, some of my coronavirus money to donate to that GoFundMe, and
I'll sure
link
that GoFundMe's real first.
It is real. A lot of people. Tom Segura actually posted about it. That's my 2 cents on that. If you're looking for, a good way to spend some of that coronavirus money, maybe consider contributing to this. But
I want to check it out.
The GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just pictures of his cock.
Okay, just pictures of his pee-pee? Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, Jeb, can I post the one that I just sent you?
Does it have his ding-dong?
No.
That worries me.
That doesn't sound promising.
Look at it. Just look at it.
This is amazing. Definitely want to... What's up?
I found the tweet from 2016 when he died.
What is Showdown?
Showdown Esports. Since Showdown's inception 3 years ago, Wardy has been at the front door of the Folsom Street Foundry to warmly greet our guests as our guardian at the gate. A man beloved by all, he will be truly missed.
Wow.